Hey guys, welcome back. We got some rumors, we got some clickbait, we got some dishonest and or dumb content floating around saying, oh my god, Rattle, Target, they're scalping. Walmart, they're scalping. I'm here to show you the ins and outs of what you got to be looking for in order to avoid buying from a third party. Sometimes it's transparent, sometimes it's not, sometimes it's just a grandma trap. Your grandma gets trapped, she buys stuff for too much money. Be very careful. Big box is the best option at the moment. It usually isn't, but that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. People charge for monitors in order to get restock notifications. I do it for free because they're dickheads. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Last night, if you weren't in the Discord, we have over 500 people checked out some Destined Rivals Elite Trainer boxes at the good old MSRP. So if you'd like to do that, if you'd like to hang around. If you hit one, you hit one. If you don't hit one, don't buy it from the secondary market. Don't support the resellers. I wouldn't even buy it from a game store that's upcharging for it. Just wait it out. It's going to be all right. People that are paying $300 a box for Destined Rivals, you are out of your mind. The value there is basically non-existent. Unless you're doing it and you don't give a shit about money, don't do it. All right, so here we go. Little start off here. We have a lot to get through. If you're buying Pokemon card sealed product at the moment, my apologies. It's going to be a long video, but you're going to want to watch the whole video because there's very important information here at hand. So we have Dustin R. Bannister on the lv.x who says, Pokemon community, back in December I ordered these from a tweet/repost from Limitless Collectibles. I've seen no shipping, have received no further email communication, and cannot find their Twitter account. I reached out to the email address and Facebook profile, no response. Anybody have a connection here? Reposts are appreciated. And we have a juicy little receipt here. We got order confirmed. We got some lv.x, 5 of them to be exact, for 130 bucks. Now, if it's too good to be true, if it's a game store that barely exists, do not pre-order from them. They're either soaking a free loan from you and going to return the money, cancel the order when it's more expensive than that when it comes out, or they're going to disappear and take your money, and you're hopefully used a credit card, hopefully used PayPal or some way to get your money back. But you tied up that money for an extended period of time. You wasted time and energy on that. Thank you to Ezekiel and Poke Grindin for taking me in this bad boy, because we're going to take a look at this. I think it's time for a reminder that you got to be careful where you're ordering from. And if you scroll down here, you'll see that these guys are more of a Funko Poppers. They're Funko Poppers, if you will. Shout out to all the Funko Poppers out there. I don't know how you do it. Those things are creepy and gross, in my opinion. Collect what you like, though. If you like Funko Poppers, pop away. Do what you got to do. So you see down below here, the Shopify website, usually a bad sign. Yes, tons of stores. More importantly, have they been around for a long time? Does it look like they're going to have allocation enough to sell you this product? And the answer to this one is I wouldn't risk it. That's basically what it comes down to. So we got pre-orders here. We can take a look at the pre-orders. You can see that the pre-orders are inexpensive. Unfortunately, the pre-orders are sold out at this point in time. Usually, if there's like some just ungodly quantity of product that there's no fucking chance they're going to get in 2025. Again, these guys, they look like they're more into the Funko Pops, collectibles, whatever it might be. Do they have distribution? Maybe. Maybe they do. Do they have enough to be pumping this stuff out? And even if they do get the product and it's way more expensive on release when they receive it, are they just going to cancel your order and sell it to somebody else? Not sure, but we're going to take a look here. If we go to the old who.is, we can give a little search, find out who limitlesscollectiblescom is, limitless-collectibles.com. And you can see here that they registered the website in 2023. Again, not a good sign. This is something that you can do yourself before you make a decision. Also, you probably want to confirm with some other people, or just do enough research to find out, like, hey, are these guys? They're gonna sell this product for way less than they could, and they probably aren't gonna get as much as they're selling. That's kind of what it comes down to. So we have their Instagram account here. They have 225 followers. That's also not a great sign. But again, you probably have an established business if you're getting any kind of product quantities from distribution. And the last post that they made here was in January. So Also not a good sign. I mean, social media presence, not necessarily the most important part, but if you scroll through here, it's mostly Funko Pops. Do they have access? Do they think they're going to get product? Do you think they're going to get product? If you thought they were going to get product in any sort of quantities, I got bad news for you. I guess we got a Pokemon Go there. So again, bad signs. January 1st, Facebook, so not updating that either. 22 followers on there. Not somewhere I would be pre-ordering. You're probably going to end up having to do a chargeback, and hopefully you can, because the odds are you're not getting your stuff. All right, they're on the Whatnot as well, under Kevin Villabona, and again, it's pretty much all Funko Pops. Now, if these guys are selling on Whatnot, do you think for a second that they're going to sell you this stuff and make a couple bucks, even if they were promised it? And sometimes all it takes is the pre-orders are too early, and if stores do not have their allocation yet, they should not be doing pre-orders. In a regular market, that can work out fine. Maybe they get to sell it early. They get to sell out. They get to sell all of it. But in 2025, when they don't know how many they're going to get, and chances are it's going to be way lower than they even expect, it's a bad sign. Not to mention the fact that they could be selling that shit on Whatnot along with their Funko Pops and make some money. Now, was the Funko Pop business, was it not doing so hot? Is that what we got going on here? And so we soak some pre-orders. We've seen stores in the past, they're going under. They take the pre-orders as a loan so that they can pay for their other stuff. They think they can pull their way out of it. Whether their intention is to straight up just steal your money and close their Shopify and, the customers will be fine. They can just charge back, right? Maybe. All right. Linktree. You guys know the drill with the Linktree. If you want to support me, do not send me money. I would rather you guys buy something that you want. Get some good value items here. We got PSA Pikachu, Securus Card Shop, Card Market by E. We got Catch 'em All Collectibles, a collector app for tracking your collection. Bunch of discount codes for the stuff that I use and recommend. A bunch of stuff you can click before you shop for the things you're going to buy anyway, in order to support the channel without sending me anything. Also, you guys have been absolutely killing it with the views. Love you very much. Watch the videos. Click the stuff before you shop. That's the best way to keep the videos rolling here. All right, we have Jordan, who says, need more of a reason to stop supporting Fortune Fire / Safari Zone. Here is them taking the allocation they are given and selling them on Walmart at almost 2x MSRP. Pathetic. So we got the $300 Destin Rivals booster boxes. Don't do this. The set is not out yet. If it's $300 before it even comes out, and if that doesn't come down, it's going to be reprinted. Pokemon knows to reprint this stuff. Vivid Voltage, $300. Swoop-de-doop, reprints up the butt. There was Vivid Voltage ETBs for forever. Again, that was pandemic. We're in a similar situation here with the market conditions where everything is crazy. And yes, when everything becomes less crazy and people can't instantly make money off this stuff, they're not going to want distribution anymore. They're not going to want to go to Walmart and buy the stuff off the shelves and try to flip it on their Whatnot. If no one's buying it, if there's no money to be made there, just the sheer amount of people trimmed off from Pokemon cards is immense. But that's kind of what we're dealing with here. So do I blame people for the stores themselves for charging more than MSRP? No, because they're getting a fraction of what they normally would. Would I, if I owned a store, be selling it under my own name on Walmart? No, absolutely not. I don't think it's a good look. And we saw that recently in the video here with MJ Holding. Now, this is a different scenario because this is distribution, who is, instead of sending the product to the game stores that are ordering the bad products in the bad market conditions, they were keeping it themselves, some portion of that at least, providing it to their sister company, other company, and selling it on Walmart instead of it going to Walmart. I guess they're mostly just Walmart. They're big box. They're big box. And so instead of the prices, instead of the product going to big box, it was going to their secondary company where they're selling it at a giant markup. So they wanted to make the money. They didn't want you guys to be able to buy that stuff at big box. Again, big box. If it wasn't 2025, if the market wasn't crazy, same with the pandemic, Walmart would not be the best price. Now, clearance, Black Friday, that kind of stuff, sometimes there's some pretty good deals there. But for the most part, the game stores are the better price in normal market conditions, or in sucky market conditions even. All right, so GT Collectibles, which was the MJ holding sister company, they seem to be cut off from the Pokemon stuff. I guess they got some negative press. Maybe Walmart gave them a slap on the wrist. I'm not sure what the story is behind that. I would love to know if anyone is that deep and that aware of what's going on. They have Pokemon stuff here, but it's all sold out. So seemingly all stuff that was sold previously. And I haven't seen anything restocked. If anyone notices anything Pokemon restocked from GT Collectibles, please at me in my Discord general chat. All right, so if we go on to Walmart, we got some Juicy Lucy's. This is deceiving because even if we go into retailer here and we go Walmart, this is clearly not Walmart that's selling this shit. I mean, they don't sell any of the stuff. It all goes through MJ with online. I don't know if they actually purchase any of the product and resell it, but like you got stuff here that is clearly, I hate this. I hate that Walmart, Target, all the big box stores seem to have this like third-party seller shit. Most of it's fake or repack fucking garbage, and it shouldn't be on there. It's grandma bait. It's gonna fuck your grandmother and give you a new dad or mom, or I guess it'd be aunt or uncle. But regardless, I don't think it should be on there. I think it's bad on them. I get it. They're gonna soak some fees. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, but it's making us money. I don't know. I think it's a bad look. Be Walmart. If you're Walmart, be Walmart. All right. At that and just the vetting process, it's weird because from what I've heard, it's difficult to get into, but also the people that are selling the fake booster boxes and shit from China, like the really terrible ones with the crinkle cut packs and the shitty ball wrap, like how does that stuff get on there? What in the world? All right, so here we go. We got this Prismatic Evolutions binder collection, and you can see here this one is sold by a Walmart at $29.96, which is a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good price in a normal market with a normal set, which typically people don't care about that much. That would not really be a good deal. But if you can get this thing for $30 currently, that's a pretty sick nasty deal. I really hate this you save $90.03 because the $90.03 is the savings that you would get as opposed to like third-party sellers. That's kind of gross. That's kind of stupid in my opinion. I don't think that should be there. I think that also is just misleading and terrible. And maybe when market conditions are not stupid, that makes more sense. We have more seller options here, 16. So this is like the compare all sellers where you're going to see all the third-party sellers. It thinks I'm a fucking bot. Fuck off, Walmart. All right. So Fortune Fire, again, do I blame them or any other game store for selling for more than MSRP? No. I don't. Should they cater that to their regular customers the same way that distribution should be providing the Pokemon product mostly to the people that were ordering Pokemon in Scarlet Violet base all the way up through Crown Zenith, or not Crown Zenith, what in the hell? Twilight Masquerade. I can't even, my sets are all mixed up in my head here. There's too many sets, too much going on. All the way through Twilight, absolute garbage fest. People were buying from distribution when you could get it for less than that from bigger sellers. You're like P Football Pete's and stuff like that. So yes, the stores got fucked all the way through that, expecting that, hey, when the good sets come around, because they will, or they got to hold the product until it's worth more, or until all of the buy it and dump it people get out, move out of the new sets. But now they're getting shafted, and I don't know. It's also just where there's money, people are gonna push that through. So was it worse with GT selling on Walmart for a giant markup? Absolutely, because they were cutting out the stores. So I don't know. I think in the same respect, probably if you're a game store, I think there's better ways to get your product out there to make your money. They're getting far less than what they used to get, what they typically would get on a set. So they got to make that money somewhere. They're probably not making any additional money. I know it like blows everyone's mind. They're like, oh, fucking scalping stores. They're probably not making that much more money. Maybe they're not making as much money at all. If they're selling at regular price, what they normally sell a set for, and they're only getting 10% of what they usually get, they're not making more money. There may be more money per product, but guess what? That's just going to piss everyone off, and it does. And then people get angry and post on the internet. What? I can't believe this store. The stores are getting fucked too. If you're buying it from the store that got fucked, you get fucked all the way down the chain until somebody buys it. At the end consumer that wants to pay, that decides to pay too much for it, they're the ones getting shafted. The majority of them don't understand that, hey, it's not, you cannot have a $300 booster box. It's just not possible. It's not sustainable. It's going to get reprinted. And yes, it's going to take a while for reprints to catch up with this stuff. But once that's flushed out, once we get a couple sets that are just not more expensive on release, it'll work itself back down to kind of where it was before. So we got Forge and Fire here on the with the giant markup on the products. We have that $140 EV box. Do not pay $140 US plus tax for a Prismatic Evolutions Elite Trainer box. You are fucking yourself financially. And typically the people that are like complaining about this stuff, complaining about the price of things, there's plenty of ways. Go buy some singles, buy some stuff that isn't the latest sets that everyone's chasing. I know it's not as glorious, it's not as sexy, it's not as new, it's not as exciting. But find some stuff that you like and enjoy within that. Wait it out. You will be able to open this. There will be more of these. They know how popular the set is. They see the aftermarket. They see the secondary market on this stuff. They know that they need to print more, that they can print more, that they can sell more. It's going to happen. All right, so here's your 139.22. And you can see here, usually it'll show like sold by, and at least it says here fulfilled by Walmart. So they probably ship it to a Walmart center. Sold by Forge and Fire. Shipped by Walmart. Fulfilled by Walmart. Okay. I don't like it. I think it's icky. I think it's yucky. I think it confuses people clearly. I don't know how many people in the Discord this morning were like, "Oh my God, Rattle, Target is scalping us now." No, they're not. It's third-party shit. Sometimes it's not as disclosed and as transparent as it should be. It should show here, like, here's regular price. Here's regular price from Walmart. Here's, if you don't want to, click here to buy from third party at way more money. It needs to be straight up. The amount of people that I've seen that have purchased stuff or seen stuff and think that like it's them selling it, it's not. They're fulfilling it, but it's not their product. They're selling it for someone else, charging a fee to do so. And because GT is not on there anymore, you know damn well the game stores are going to flock to this shit because it's going to sell. People are impatient to a fault, especially in Pokemon, especially the new people. There is no one. Go talk to some people that have been in Pokemon for 5-10 years. Ask them if they're buying $140 Prismatic Evolutions. They're not. The ones with distribution, without distribution, that have the pluggy wuggies on hook, on lock. The only time anyone's going to pay more for this stuff is if they're impatient or they're going to sell it to somebody else. They're going to pass the hot potato, but instead of a potato, it's just a fine, great big mound of shit. Do not be on the end of this transaction unless you don't care. And if you don't care about money, different story. Same with like rip and ship in general. Not good. Not good value. Why are you paying somebody else to open your packs? Doesn't make any sense. You're paying extra to have somebody else open it. Join the Discord. Hop in there on a Saturday or Sunday if you have some stuff that you want to open. Come on in. We'll watch you do it. You can point your webcam at your desk. No extra shipping charge. No extra chance of somebody scamming you. All right, we have Haley here who says, at Forge Store STL, owner Mark continues to bitch and moan about me calling him out on his prices. Again, the prices are, the game stores are fucked. The prices are the prices. Do not buy from Forge and Fire at these extreme prices. Do not buy from anywhere. I mean, you can buy currently if you're patient, if you join the Discord, hop in the Discord, turn on some notifications, buy it from Big Box. That's the only way you're going to get a good deal on shit right now. It's unfortunate. It sucks. I would love to open a bunch of Pokemon cards right now. I'm not going to. I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to wait till we have some more, till the market cools off, till more of this product is available. If you're opening it too, it doesn't matter if it's a booster box. If you're opening enough packs, not that you probably, if you're not making content from it, or you're not, just don't give a shit about money, you probably shouldn't open more than a box, like a booster box of each individual set, or whatever equivalent in specialty products for special sets like Prismatic. Especially if you only want certain cards. If you only want certain cards, buy the singles. Do not buy the singles while they're red hot. Don't do it. Wait it out. Be patient. Unless you don't care about money. He downplays doxing someone on his business page on X and continues to blame the market for his greed. How do shop owners like this get away with it? And don't worry, we're going to get into the Target stuff here soon, but we're going to touch on this first. I'm just going to flip through these. Because yeah, they're charging more. Every game store is charging more, unless they have some really creative way to make money in other, especially if they have a physical location. The bills aren't going to pay themselves, and if they don't have that Pokemon sector, or they aren't built out enough in like your Magic, in your Yu-Gi-Oh, and everything else, that income is just not there. It's not there anymore because they don't have enough product. So apparently they posted someone's phone number, but corrected it once they realized that they did. I don't know what they were posting. Something to do with like customer review or something along those lines. Not acceptable, and hopefully they cleared it off. It sucks that it happened. But again, if it wasn't intentional, still, you're a business. You can't be posting people's phone numbers. But mistakes happen. All right. So here they're kind of blasting them. $300 is not good. No one should be buying $300 Destined Rivals. Again, it's just ridiculous. Someone here at some point in one of the posts, I think one of the previous ones that we looked at, was talking about how Target was now scalping. We have this $134 Prismatic Evolutions ETB. Do not buy that for $135.99. Do not buy that. Now, the problem with this is I don't believe this is Target that is selling this for $135.99. Now, there's nothing indicating here that it's third party, which is kind of sketchy to say the least. But I can tell you that's not the case. We have the Discord notifications showing that these are 55 Bonarinis from Target. Order limit 3. I guess it's still order limit 3. Regardless, not Target. Coming in from somewhere else. Now, I don't know if Target doesn't have the fulfilled by Target option added, but they need to add that because this is confusing people. There are people that will click on the notification, and if the box redirects or the price automatically changes, you're going to have just a bunch of pissed off customers. Because if they say, hey, someone posted, these are cheap, these are good, these are only 55 bucks, I'll buy some of those for 55 bucks. I'll order my 3 limit. But then the price changes on them. They're going to be pissed off. They're going to be confused. They're going to think that Target is scamming them, when in reality, it's just that they have a shitty system. And you're saying, Rattle, how do you know? How do you know it was 55 bucks? Maybe the Discord notifications are wrong. Here it was 55 bucks. Now, the quantity, not very high. We have a stock of 10. And if you know anything about using the Discord monitors, if it stocks 10, the odds of you getting one, pretty much non-existent. It needs to be a big restock, or if they do 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10 and 10, yeah, you got a good shot at getting them. That's the thing. You're not going to get every restock. Some of them are small. Some of them might be canceled orders. You got to be patient. It's not free. It's not just free tendies. Click on it whenever you want. It's not like a secret super hack. It is a chance. If you're doing other things, have it open. Have a second monitor with your Discord open. Have your notifications on. If you hit some, you hit some. You can open some product. You can stick it on your shelf in the background. You can have your own little cube shelf back there with all your sealed product that you do or do not open, that you invest and or seal collector, whatever it might be. So yeah, it's still $55. So the people that are making content, making FOMO, fear dogger posts, they're either being disingenuous or they are not familiar with what's going on here. Hopefully Target kind of clears this up. So here we have the $60 EV ball sacks, again, these $60 EV ball sacks, I do not believe that they are being sold by Target. They might be fulfilled by Target, but they need to be more clear, concise, and transparent about that. I wish that like the big box stores would not do this at all, would not have secondary or third-party sellers on their platform at all, because if you look at the reviews, like it tanks the living hell out of the reviews. Some of that is people that are confused, don't know what's going on. Who knows? EV ball sacks, $30. If you got a notification from Target, click on it. Make sure you're paying attention, because it might default to the higher price. After you click on it, it might not be $30 anymore. If you didn't get one of the 10, now it could be multiple restocks of 10. They'd like to do that sometimes, but be careful. If you click on it, you go in, you see it, verify the price, or you will get absolutely shafted. So we have some stuff here so this is why I'm thinking that we have an issue with, if Target is fulfilling the order, that they're not putting that it's third-party seller. They should, the same way that Walmart has it there. And I think even that is not transparent or as grandma proof as it should be. But here we have sold and shipped by. So I guess if it's sold and shipped by third party, and these even, like, this stuff even comes up when it's like the Target search. You got like Target seller. It's just an absolute mess. And I get it. That's kind of, it's a new, I don't know when it started exactly, like the third party seller stuff on your big box stores, but it's not good. It's not good for the end consumer. And they need to idiot proof it, essentially, for people that aren't familiar with this stuff, because not everyone's this deep into it. If little Timmy says like, oh yeah, I want an EV ball sack, grandma, but can I get an EV ball sack? Grandma's gonna end up paying $60 for an EV ball sack when she should be paying $30. And it's, yes, it depends on the market conditions, but even then, like in regular market times, when something sells out or something's prone, like all this stuff is prone to reprint. All the stuff that just came out that's like super expensive for the sealed product, it's all just so prone to reprints. Do they reprint it enough to satisfy demand? I think that's the bare minimum. I think in a crazy scenario, they go overboard, because how much of the interest in Pokemon cards at the moment is due to the fact that people can't get something. People want what they can't have. It's unfortunate. People are impatient. And then also with the amount of people that just want it because they can't have it, the people that want it because it's expensive. I don't get the like, I want it because it's expensive thing. It's psychology to the extreme. So get the notifications. Make sure that it doesn't get swapped out on you. So don't buy from third party. Don't buy from a game store. Buy MSRP or market price. Don't buy the market price stuff. Buy, and again, big box. Big box is not a good option usually, especially on release, especially like ETBs and stuff like that. I don't know. Hey, let me know what you guys think down below. Is this clear? Is it concise? See you next time.